feel like Canelo's a fucking pussy. That's just my opinion. Because if we ever fight, the man is making well over $100 million. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, it's the hardest fight, but fuck, I'm not scared of nobody. You know what I mean? I like I said, I embrace the challenges. So for Canelo and his fans saying that I don't bring nothing to the table, I don't do this, I don't do that, man, they're all scared, just like how he's scared. You know what I mean? And if he wants to come prove that I ain't shit, come prove it in front of everybody.
David Benavidez called out Canelo Alvarez for the future fight, relaying he will set the terms after potentially unifying light heavyweight titles.
Benavidez wastes no time, going straight for Canelo's pride. Canelo, if I have nothing to offer, then why are you demanding you get 150, 200 million to fight someone who isn't worth anything? Hopefully after you make that 150 million, you have enough left over to buy a pair of nuts. That's a brutal reality check, tearing down the excuse of money. Canelo, if I have nothing to offer, then why are you demanding you get 150, 200 million, someone who isn't worth anything? And he pushes even harder, exposing Canelo's pattern of dodging real challenges. This guy is making the most money out of everybody. He is spitting in your guy's face. He is not going to give you the best fights. He is going to fight the fights that he wants. Here's a 28-year-old fighter, fearless and relentless, telling the world he'll face anyone, while Canelo hides behind numbers and safe picks.
Truly feel, knowing that you've been ducked and now you can't get the just dues because you should be the king of boxing?
You know, at the end of the day, some of the greatest things take time. Some of the greatest things in the world take patience. And I've been here for 11 years. I'm barely 28 years old right now, so I know my time is coming. I know with hard work and you know, and me staying motivated, I know I could be the best in the world, but I just gotta wait my time. I think everybody is starting to see that I'm fearless, I'm relentless, and I'll fight anybody to get my respect in the ring.
Next, Benavidez calls out Canelo's so-called prime. Benavidez turns up the heat by going straight at Canelo's reputation. The best version of Canelo was fighting off steroids. He's not as good as everybody thinks. And Canelo fires back immediately, trying to downplay David's criticism. It's one thing for Benavidez, but it's not the same to have me with other fighters. But instead of keeping it cool, Canelo gets defensive, mocking David's confidence. You know, I don't really know how to answer this question, but I think the way he talks, he thinks he's Superman, right? Then he turns it personal, dismissing David's achievements altogether. And he is very disrespectful, not just with me, with everybody. And he's accomplished nothing. He's not even a champion, and he's not even in my weight class already.
When I say I don't want to fight Mexican, it's because I represent Mexico. And that's why. But I don't care. I fight anybody, and I fight all my entire life anybody. What do you think? I don't want to fight with Juan Mexico or Benavidez. But look, I hear his dad talking a lot of shit. But look, he's accomplished nothing. One single champion, Anthony Dirrell.
Benavidez cuts through all the noise with a direct challenge. Why are you afraid of me? It's not long speeches or excuses, just a straight question that every fan already has in their mind. By putting it out there, David forces Canelo to face what he's been avoiding. The tone is simple but deadly. If you're the king, prove it.
He is Canelo Alvarez versus a real super middleweight. You know, I'm the strongest, I'm the fastest, I'm the best in this division. So let's get the people what they want to see. What are we waiting for?
Why do you think he's waiting so long to fight you?
Because he knows that once he steps in the ring with me, all his belts are going to leave with me. I'm not leaving that building without all those belts, and I will be victorious when that fight happens. He knows that I'm the biggest threat that he's ever faced, and that's why he's just...
Next, Canelo tries to dodge again, giving a vague answer about focusing on his current fight. Canelo gets asked the big question fans keep pushing. Will he fight Benavidez before the end of his career? Look, I never say no to anything. We'll see later, but I'm focused 100% on this fight. That answer sounds safe, almost too safe. Instead of giving a straight yes, he hides behind the classic focused on this fight line. It's the same avoidance we've heard before, and it leaves more doubt than confidence.
Call for David Benavidez once this fight is done. Is that a fight that you can see happening before the end of your career?
Look, I never say no to anything. We'll see later. But I'm focused 100% on this fight.
Benavidez questions Canelo's courage head-on. If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me. Then he raises the stakes by pointing fingers at Canelo's entire camp, especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him. And when asked if Canelo himself is juicing, David doesn't hesitate for a second. You think he's on steroids? Of course. That's not just trash talk. That's an accusation meant to shake the foundation of Canelo's legacy.
If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me, especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him, so he never got off steroids.
You think he's on steroids?
Next, Canelo claps back, dismissing Benavidez as someone who brings nothing to the table. Canelo dismisses Benavidez like he's irrelevant. Benavidez brings nothing to the table for me. He brings just 25 pounds more on that night. That's it. It's not him because he has nothing to offer me, anything. But the irony is obvious. If David really brings nothing, then why keep bringing up his name after every fight? The more Canelo talks, the more it sounds like an excuse to avoid real danger. Next, Canelo tries to justify himself by pointing to his long career and past opponents. Canelo leans on his resume to deflect the question. I go one at a time. I've been in this position my whole life. Mayweather, Cotto, Golovkin, and then if I beat Benavidez, they'll just ask for another guy. It sounds like a veteran's speech, but really it's another dodge. Instead of giving clarity, he hides behind his history. Fans don't want a list of the past. They want a promise for the present.
Is there a possibility, or you just go one at a time and you also speak with your team?
Yeah, I go one at a time, but every is a possibility, always.
Right.
But I've been in this position my whole life. One was Stroh, that was in Tron in 2012, 11. Then Mayweather, then Lara, then Cotto, then Callum Smith, then Golovkin, and then if I beat Benavidez, it's gonna be other guy there they want me to fight. So I've been in this position my whole life, but is that time when that fight they ask, I
Benavidez goes straight for Canelo's logic. If you're gonna make $100 million fighting somebody that has no experience, why would you not come beat my ass and collect a big bag on my head after the fight? It's a perfect checkmate. If money is the excuse, then David offers it too, along with the respect of fighting a real challenger. By comparing it to how he's chasing David Morrell, Benavidez proves he's walking the talk, not hiding behind excuses.
I don't have nothing to offer, that I'm nobody, that I need more experience, this and that. If you're gonna make $100 million fighting somebody that has no experience, that he sucks, this and that, all this shit that they've been talking about me, why would you not come beat my ass and collect a big bag on my head after the fight? Like, this is the same shit.
Next, Benavidez dares Canelo to make an example of him in the ring. Benavidez is daring Canelo to prove himself where it truly matters, inside the ring. Instead of hiding behind politics and excuses, David throws down the ultimate challenge. If you're really the face of boxing, beat me and shut me up. But he doesn't stop there. He smartly exposes the truth. Fans already know. Against smaller men, Canelo looks dominant, but against bigger, stronger fighters like Bivol, his power and control vanish. That's exactly why Benavidez is such a threat. He's younger, fresher, and dangerous. Canelo knows it, and that fear is the reason this fight hasn't happened yet.
I just want to know how you feel about how Canelo has handled your presence, which used to be right in his division.
So the way I've seen him handle my presence is he's definitely scared of me. If you have a fighter talking so much trash in front of you, why don't you make an example of him to the world? Beat me in the ring and make a whole lot of money. But Canelo Alvarez, as you can see from every time he fights a guy that's big with power, like Bivol, you know what I mean? And he's not able to suppress these fighters as much as he's able to suppress the little fighters. You know what I mean? So he sees a lot of things in me that he can't.
Canelo leans on his work ethic as a shield, reminding everyone that when he's locked in, he believes nobody can stop him. It's a powerful statement, but it also reveals his insecurity. He knows Benavidez is different, bigger, hungrier, and unafraid. Talking about double sessions and focus sounds impressive, yet it feels like he's convincing himself more than the fans. Because the truth is simple. No amount of talk about discipline changes the fact that he's been avoiding the fight. Benavidez doesn't care about excuses or training talk. He just wants Canelo in the ring, no escape routes. Next, even Crawford himself gives Benavidez his due respect. When even Terence Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound kings, acknowledges Benavidez as a massive and dangerous fighter, it says everything. Crawford admits the size, the strength, and the skill of David make him a nightmare opponent, almost like a heavyweight disguised in the super middleweight division. And that's the respect Benavidez commands. Elite fighters recognize how tough he is. Compare that to Canelo's dismissive attitude, and you see the truth. It's fear, not facts, keeping him away. If Crawford, a smaller man, gives Benavidez his flowers, then what excuse does Canelo have for refusing to step up?
Would you ever entertain a fight with David Benavidez?
You gotta understand.
I gotta ask you, bro, because I can't, you know?
My thing is, Benavidez is a big dude. Not to say I won't fight him. I fought his brother. His brother was big when I fought him. The only reason why I entertain Canelo is because he's not a big dude. He might be thick, but he's not a big dude. Benavidez is like 6 foot something. Then he gonna come in 190, 200 probably. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, that's a big dude.
And he's skilled.
I might as well go to heavyweight if I fight Benavidez.
Yeah.
Next, Oscar De La Hoya takes a shot at Canelo's matchmaking. Oscar De La Hoya exposes the ugly truth behind Canelo's career choices. It's not that Canelo is finished, but the fights he's taking are carefully selected to protect his image and maximize the money. Instead of chasing the toughest challenges, it's about squeezing the last dollars out of the fans, giving them spectacle but not substance. For a supposed face of boxing, that's damning. And when you line that up with Benavidez waiting in the wings, it looks even worse. Oscar's words sting because they confirm what fans already suspect. Canelo isn't chasing greatness anymore, just the business.
To make it a brawl, Canelo knocks him out. So I'm not saying Canelo's shot or done. No, it's far from it. It's all on the matchmaking. It's all who you put in front of him. It's all about squeezing those last dollars from the fans, Canelo. You want to squeeze the fans.
Next, Benavidez himself explains why wanting this fight is about respect, not bashing. Here Benavidez makes it clear, this isn't about disrespect, it's about justice. He openly praises Canelo's legacy as one of the greatest Mexican fighters, but refuses to let that legacy be an excuse to duck challenges. For 3 years, David has earned his shot, winning eliminators and holding his place as mandatory. Yet Canelo continues to bend the rules, holding titles hostage and freezing out elite fighters like Benavidez and Morel. The frustration is real because this isn't just politics, it's robbery, denying fans the best fights while cherry-picking easier options. David just wants what he's earned.
I don't really like to bash somebody because at the end of the day, I give respect to Canelo. He's a great fighter.
Yeah.
He's one of the best Mexican fighters of all time.
But wanting to fight him, David, is not bashing him.
Yeah.
That's not bashing him.
But that's what I'm saying. They spin the narrative on Instagram. Right. If I say something, they say this or that. But I only want what I earned.
Right.
And I'm entitled to it. From what the WBC told me, they say you win a title eliminator, we'll give you a title shot. You win the WBC interim title, we'll give you a title shot. I've been in this position for 3 years. So just because Canelo, he could do what he wants, as he says.
Right.
He's not going to fight the top competition. And he's holding all those belts hostage, bro. And it's not like you got other great fighters too. You got me and David Morrell's there. Yeah. How is it fair that these sanctioning bodies let him pick and choose who he wants to fight?
At this stage, everything boils down to one undeniable truth. The fight between Canelo and Benavidez is the battle boxing desperately needs. If Canelo wins, he keeps his crown, but with questions about whether he ducked too long. If Benavidez shocks the world, the torch officially passes and a new era begins. This isn't just size versus skill, it's youth, hunger, and fearlessness against experience and calculation. Fans are split, tension is boiling, and the only way to settle it is inside the ring. So I'll ask you, who do you believe wants it more? Drop your answer below and join the debate.